What's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Hey. Today we're doing a vegan soul food meal. This is great for the holidays. If you have a vegan friend or family member coming over, this is an easy way to make them some food and you can enjoy it too. All right, so we got some buns, we got some vegan fried fish, we got some yams, we got some collard greens, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're starting off with the vegan rolls. I got this recipe from Nora Cooks, and then of course I tailored it to my own because I didn't want to have a whole lot of buns since it's just me. These are really vegan rolls. So you're gonna start off with 1 3/4 cups of flour. I use unbleached all-purpose flour. Then for sugar, to make this vegan, you use an organic sugar or an unrefined sugar that hasn't gone through the process. So you have 1/4 cup of sugar. Then you are gonna get yourself some rapid rising yeast, and you're gonna do 1 tablespoon of rapid rise yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then a cup of almond milk, okay? Then you're gonna do 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Mix all your ingredients together. And of course, again, this is the flick of the wrist. Okay, this is the flick of the wrist because I don't have a mixer. So I'm doing everything by hand. So your wrist really has to be in good shape. This is a wrist workout because you really want to make sure all the ingredients are mixed together. All right. So once you mix all your ingredients together, you're going to want to add more flour. Okay. Because what we're looking here is to get the consistency of a dough, right? So as you can see, it's still wet. It's still a little too soft. So I ain't gonna front y'all. I don't know how much flour I added, bro. At least the extra cup because this dough was really, really sticky and I had to add as much flour as I could to get the dough in non-sticky form. Okay, so I might have used a little bit too much liquid. So maybe a little less almond milk would help with your dough being less sticky and you won't have to do as much work as I did with adding flour. Okay, so now I'm using my hand to knead the dough. You can tell the dough sticking to my hand. That's how you know it's still sticky. So that's why I am continuing to add flour because we don't want no sticky dough. All right, we just want some regular old dough, y'all. Some regular old dough. And you're going to keep kneading it and kneading it and kneading it until you get it to a good texture. So next, you are going to want to spray your mixing bowl with some canola oil, and you're going to place your dough back in the bowl, and you're going to let it rise for 30 minutes. All right, for yams, you got 2 sweet potatoes. You're going to want to hold them things firmly and go ahead and slice them up. All right, now we're making the sauce for our yams. We're gonna use about 1/8 cup of melted dairy-free butter. So when I say butter, I mean dairy-free. And then we're gonna use some dark brown sugar. Yes, we want dark brown sugar. And you're gonna use about 1/8 a cup of dark brown sugar. But hold on, wait a minute. We're gonna stir this up, right? And we're gonna let the sugar melt. That's what we want here. And I'm looking at the sauce, right? And I'm like, ooh, that don't look like enough sauce, y'all. I let it sizzle and I'm like, nah, fam, let me make some more sauce. So I added 2 more spoonfuls of butter, and then I just eyed it and I added some more brown sugar because I saw all them potatoes I just cut and I knew the measuring I was doing before that wasn't gonna be enough, okay? So once you add your extra ingredients, if you choose to, you're gonna wanna go ahead and let that melt down, let it boil. Look at that. Look at that. Look, come on, man. And the flick of the wrist again, because we got to stir it and mix it all up because we're going to make sure the sugar and the butter is mixed properly. Then we're going to take 1/4 cup of maple syrup. This going to be so sweet, y'all. Ooh, that's what makes yams. And then we have some vanilla extract. We're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we're going to do about 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon. Of course, I ain't got time to measure. Pumpkin spice, about 1/8 teaspoon as well, right? Because that's what gives you the cinnamon sugary flavor for the yams, okay? And a little bit of salt, just a hint of salt, about 1 teaspoon of salt too. All right, now you have your nice dark brown sweet sauce for the yams, all right? And now you're gonna wanna place your sweet potatoes. I used the 8x8 pan and I just spread them out. See, I tried to make them look all cute and stuff and whatnot, right? We adding all the pieces. We ain't wasting nothing around here, okay? We ain't wasting nothing, y'all. Okay, we using every single piece, baby pieces and all. Then we're gonna go ahead and pour our sauce, which is really like a syrupy paste, over our potatoes, and then we're gonna want to mix that all up because we want to make sure each potato is coated. So there's no point in me putting it in there all neat because look, I just mixing it and messing it up because we want to make sure each piece of potato has some syrup on it, okay? Because no piece of potato will be left behind. Let's go ahead and cover our yams with foil, and we're gonna bake these at 375 for 45 minutes. All right, back to these rolls. Let's spray our 9x13 glassware dish with some canola oil, okay? So now the dough has rised for about 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and punch the dough, re-kneading the dough. I was really just upset with it, so I was punching it or whatever. And I am getting ready to take a piece and roll it into a ball, okay? So we're just going to take pieces. We're going to, knead them and roll them into a ball for our rolls. Now I ain't gonna hold y'all. Mine came out looking more like buns, but look at all the dough that I'm using in a ball, right? So really this could have been like 12 rolls, but we're gonna let those rise for 30 minutes. On to the greens. So I bought a bunch of greens. It's literally called like one bunch. So I bought one bunch of greens and we're gonna wash these things really, really good. You're gonna wash them with cold water, and I use vinegar as well, and I scrubbed each one of the leaves, and I also let them soak in a bowl with water, and I put more vinegar. You really just wanna clean your vegetables because they done been through a lot, and a lot of things have touched them, so you really just wanna make sure you give them a good cleaning. Now, next, once they're clean, you're gonna wanna bunch them up on a cutting board, and you're gonna wanna cut them long ways, because that's just what you do with greens. You cut them up, okay? Because we got to separate and cut up the greens, and that's what I'm doing here, okay? Now, you can take off the stems if you want, but I don't. I'd rather just have them on there. That's a bit less work for me, and I'm all about making things easy, especially in the kitchen. Now, we have about half of a yellow onion. You're going to want to chop that up, dice it, slice it into some pieces. Y'all, one of my favorite vegetables to cook with are onions, bro. Onions just bring so much flavor and life to food. Like, I don't know where I would be without onions. Onions make the world go around, for real, for real. Then garlic, 3 cloves of garlic. Y'all, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It's rare that I cook with fresh garlic, but when I do, you can taste the difference, young. I usually just buy the minced garlic in a glass can. Don't tell nobody, that's a secret. But fresh garlic is really gonna bring out the flavor that you really want. Like this junk, you can just taste the difference when you use fresh garlic versus using like the canned garlic. It's not really in a can, it's in glassware. So that makes it sound a little bit more fancy. But anyways, you can tell the difference, y'all. So just get some garlic, take some time to cut it. It does take a little while to cut it. You gotta be patient if you're not like the best at cutting like me. But anyways, it's well worth it to get you some fresh garlic. We're gonna add some olive oil to a pot, okay? Then you're gonna shake it around, get it all on the pot. Then you're gonna add your onions, and we're gonna saute our onions for a while. We're gonna stir them up, let them cook, all that. Make sure the aroma of onions is in the air. Then after you let them cook, you're gonna wanna add your garlic, okay? Whoo! Garlic and onions, let them bad boys cook together. Shake it up, give it a little shake, Then we're gonna add our vegetable broth. We're gonna add 1.5 cups of vegetable broth. What this is doing, this is creating the liquid, okay? We're creating the liquid for our greens, okay? You're gonna add some smoked paprika. Ooh, I added a lot, my gosh. Then I'm adding liquid smoke as well. Since we ain't got no smoked turkey, we gotta add what we gotta add. You're gonna add salt and pepper as well, okay? Had to come back. All right, some more pepper. This is why them things were so spicy. Then you're gonna wanna go ahead and add some red pepper flakes. My gosh! Then you're gonna add garlic pepper. You cannot ever forget about garlic powder, and onion powder as well, because these greens are gonna be full of flavor, okay? That's a regular paprika. All right, this is why these greens were so damn spicy. So these are some spicy greens that I'm making here, y'all. But I love spice. I really, really love spice. I also added some Frank hot sauce. Oh my gosh. This is kind of funny. This is like a lot of hot items that are being added to this liquid for the greens. But this is what gives you all the flavor in the greens. I wish y'all could come over and taste the greens. Y'all gotta come over and taste the greens one day. Maybe I'll have like a big YouTube party at my house one day. Anyways, now you're gonna let all that boil together because you want all them flavors. all the flavors just to boil together. Then you're going to go ahead and add your greens. Add your greens. And don't worry if the pot seems super full. We know these things are going to shrink and they're going to shrivel. So go ahead and add your greens. Then I added some soy sauce too. I'm telling you, y'all, these greens ain't missed no flavor. I wasn't missing nothing. Then I added some Cajun Creole seasoning that I had as well. Y'all, these greens are so daggone good. This is now watching it back, I'm like, this is why they were so damn good. All this damn seasoning that I put in them. Anyways, then you're gonna wanna gently stir your greens as much as you can. Don't worry, they'll shrink. Go ahead and put your top on. We want these to cook for at least a good 45 minutes. All right, so let's check back in on these yams. Ooh, okay, so all the liquid is at the bottom. We just want to bring some of the liquid to the top, so we're going to take a spoon and do that. So you want to be careful because these things are getting softer, so they will break apart, and it's going to look like this, but we spread more liquid at the top. We're going to cover them, and we're going to bake them for an additional 20 minutes. All right, y'all, let's check back on the greens. Okay, let's check back on the greens. We're going to stir them up, okay, because we want to check on these periodically and stir them up, making sure every piece of green is getting liquid and flavor on them, okay? We want to make sure these greens are touched. They are touched by the onions and garlic, okay? So the flavor can seep in to the greens, all right? So make sure you check on your greens and you stir them up. And hey, while you're there, you want to taste them as well. See if you need to add anything. Add a little bit more salt. You might want to add a little bit more salt, stir that up. Who knows what else you might need. You might want to add just a little bit more pepper as well. You might say, this needs just a little bit more pepper. Hey, also, I added tomatoes as well. I saw this in a couple of vegetarian green recipes, is tomatoes, okay? So adding some tomatoes, and y'all know tomatoes be bland, right? So I was like, okay, I just need to add a little bit more seasoning because now I feel like the tomatoes are going to take away from some of the flavor. So I added a little bit more salt, as y'all can see, and then I added some pepper because we can't have these tomatoes messing up what I've already done. Added some more garlic powder as well and a little bit more soy sauce. My gosh, these things were not lacking any flavor. I'm telling y'all, you're going to cover that and let it cook. All right, heart of palms. Y'all, I ain't never cooked with no heart of palms, but first and foremost, heart of palms is a white vegetable that comes from certain type of palm trees. But anyways, I got this recipe from Tabitha Brown. I saw her YouTube video and I was like, okay, she made this don't look easy, so I can do this. Okay, so you're gonna take a fork and you're just gonna lightly go through the top and bottom of the palm. And what we're doing is we're making it scaly, like a fish, right? Fish is scaly. So since we're making this a vegan fried fish, we're gonna make it scaly. Then you're gonna wanna break it open some, right? Because we want it to be like a fish fillet, you know what I mean? So you can just go down the middle and open up the palm. Okay, so there we go. We got flat pieces of palm, right? Okay, so I'm using seaweed because this is what I have. There's some, you can use nori flakes if you can find those, but this is what I found, which is some seaweed chips, whatever these are called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I crunched those up, right? And then I added some good old bay, y'all. Some old bay, some dill weed. Of course, we just eyeing it. You gotta use your eyes, right? You gotta use your eyes. You gotta listen to the ancestors too. And then adding garlic powder, okay? Because garlic powder goes on almost everything, okay? Almost everything. So you're going to want to make sure you marinate your heart of palms. Make sure, you stir it around. Use your hand. Make sure they're seasoning on every piece of heart of palm because there's no heart of palm that will be left behind, okay? Because we got to make this taste like fish. So it's going to need a lot of flavor, okay? Because it's bland. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like nothing without seasoning, say the truth. Okay, so then I got some Louisiana New Orleans style fish fry. I ain't never cooked with this, y'all. Never, ever. So, anyways. So now I am coating the heart of palm in the fish fry, right? And then as you can see to the side, we got the cast iron skillet warming up with the oil in it, okay? With some vegetable oil, cause it's about to go down, okay? It's about to go down. It's going down, literally, y'all. Would you look at this? Then I got the little flipper thing to flip it over, all right? Cause I think I really outdid myself with this meal, y'all. I really, really did. Look at that. Get some color on it. Oh my gosh. We have us some vegan fried fish in the making. Come on, somebody. Okay, so you're gonna want to fry on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes, but you know, you're gonna just want to keep a close eye on it, depending on how brown you want it. You know, you might want it less brown. You might say, all right, 2 minutes, okay? Y'all, I couldn't believe this. I couldn't, but look at this, y'all. And you add some extra Old Bay for seasoning, okay? Because I was a little scared, so I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and add a little extra Old Bay. That ain't gonna hurt nobody. But look at this. Look at this fried fish. Look at it. Back to these rolls, y'all. All right, they have risen, okay? And as you can see, they spread out. So I was like, all right, let me roll them back into balls again, okay? These big old balls, which is really gonna make them buns. But now we can bake them at 375 for 15 minutes. What I did was I did top them with some butter because we just want these to be like yummy and tasty and crispy on top. And this is how they turned out. Oh my gosh. I was like, the shape ain't what it should be, but hey, we got some nice looking buns. We got our yams, okay? Our sweet yams. Then we got our spicy greens, collard greens. We got our buns. Our sweet buns, this is what we're gonna call them. They sweet buns. And then we got our vegan fried fish, which is really fried heart of palms. Come on, man. Y'all, this is a vegan soul food meal. Man, all you gotta do is switch out the sugar. Just make sure you use sugar that is certified vegan and you good here, okay? There were no animals really harmed, okay? We can argue about the sugar later, but what in the vegan soul food meal is going on here, y'all? What? What, comment below on what you would try, okay? And then, of course, if it's for the holidays, we gotta add our Martinelli, our sparkling apple cider to complete the meal. Whew. All right, I am finally done with this vegan soul food. Baby. Whew. I was in the kitchen for daggone 3 hours. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time in the heat. So you want a nice refreshing drink. Martinelli sparkling apple cider. All right, before we dig in, first, let's pray. I feel like by the time I begin to the food, it'll be cold. By the time I take all my pictures, get more video footage and all that, food that's gonna be cold. It's like, no. Here are the greens, y'all. Y'all know I like spice. Y'all know I like spice. Some things, if it ain't spiced, it ain't right. These greens right here are right. I can taste all the flavors of the garlic, the smoked paprika, the red peppers, all that flavor together with the onions. And the tomatoes. There's a hint of tomato, not too much, not overpowering. Those are bomb. I haven't made greens since, I don't know. All right, let's move on to the yams. See what's going on here. Nice and sweet. I haven't made yams in a while either. All right, before we get into this fried heart of palms, which is vegan fried fish. That's what we calling it. Leave me alone. All right, so let's move on to this bun. Okay, I know this is supposed to be rolls, but it looked like a bun. It looked like a bun. This is my first time ever making like bread. Well, I made festival before, which is a Jamaican dumpling, like a fried dumpling. Okay, anyways, let's test this out. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. All right, so that's definitely bready. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. This is fun. Okay, it's like, it tastes a little like a sweet bun, not super sweet, but I can taste the sugar, which is okay. Maybe I'll just dial back on the sugar next time. Adding some butter to our bun. This fried heart of palm, let's move this out the way. I got some hot sauce just in case. Just in case it's not giving what it's supposed to give. Let's try it. Y'all ain't never had no heart of palms? Okay. I'm using my hands because I gotta show y'all. It's looking like a fake piece of fried fish. It is a little cold. Y'all. Y'all. I'm shooketh. I'm shooketh. That tastes like fried fish. Okay, and okay. Y'all gonna be how you even know? No, I remember what fried fish tastes like. And when I was in Hawaii a few months ago, I had mahi. Y'all, you can't tell me that ain't fried fish. I don't even need the hot sauce. Goodness. What in the, what? Like, I don't even need no tartar sauce. This is, don't. Y'all, that's it. That's it. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. That's it. That's our being a soul food. Look, if you want to make this for the holidays for somebody, if you a vegan friend, it's their birthday, come on, this is it. This is it right here. All you got to do is just swap out the sugar. I use granulated sugar, and granulated sugar goes through a process that it just has some damn bone char in it. Something. Anyways, you just swap out the sugar and use an organic sugar or unrefined sugar that hasn't gone through the process as granulated sugar. And this is a vegan meal. Y'all, I gotta go because it's crunch time now. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on all social media outlets, Soso Models. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And y'all, just y'all have any questions? Just go ahead and write it in the comments below. This right here is amazing. The recipe will be in the description. Y'all saw the video. Y'all was writing down, watching stuff. This hard to palm, man. This is, I'm shooketh. I gotta go. All right, y'all, so I made this vegan banana pudding and it did not come out good. I was so disappointed because it looks great, but it didn't taste great. So y'all let me know, should I post the video or not?